It's SGT Nickel here, and I wanted to show you my two EDC bags. They're basically a repair kits. One's for everyday use. This goes on my ruck, goes on webbing. It can go in my glove compartment of my truck. I got a bunch of tools for repairing things, sewing kit and various items. Then in here is everything for the bug out bike, everything I need to repair my bicycle. So they're two separate kits, two different uses. When you set up a repair kit, you need to figure out what the hell you're going to be carrying or what you're going to be fixing, and what kind of things you might want to repair. If you're going out hiking or camping and whatnot, I recommend having sewing kits and things like that. Maybe some fishing tackle. I don't believe I've got fishing tackle on this. I have a whole other fishing tackle thing, so I generally don't carry a lot of fishing tackle on me, which maybe I should. Might be something I might want to add to this one right here. So I guess I'll get into the bicycle first, just because this is a little complex. I've got my blinker. That's not really in the way. So I'll undo the strap. This sits underneath my seat of the bicycle. It's made to strap onto that. We've got this inside pocket here, and we'll pull out the chain tool. This is basically the multi-tool that has everything I need to do most of my repairs, actually. I've got all my screwdrivers. This is a really cool tool. It's about $50, so it's a little expensive, but I think it paid itself off already. I fixed my chain with it. I've done multiple tune-ups just with this tool. It's got a spoke wrench. You can true your wheel if it starts going out. You even have a bottle opener, which is just insane. I've got an Allen wrench here, two different sizes, and a socket wrench. You can drive the socket wrench. Oh shoot, there is a way. I just don't quite remember exactly how it's done right at the moment. But because you've got this little socket wrench there, I believe it's got something to do with. Yeah, I can't quite remember actually. But I've got two different sizes. This does fit a roofing nail. This socket in there, roofing screws. So the chain tool is very, very simple. It's very similar to the AK-47 SKS front sight mount. Just basic. You put your chain in there and you push your pin out with the tool. You don't want to push the pin out all the way. You just push it out enough so you can break the chain. And then you use this tool to push the pin back in. And it's hella handy. I've got more Allen keys and screwdrivers and all sorts of stuff. There's another spoke wrench there. So I've got a lot of tools. I think there's about 50 tools just on this whole device. So I like it. They call it a Mini 18 Plus. So they say there's 18 or more tools that are on this thing. And I counted, I think, if I remember right, close to, well, there's definitely 25, I remember, because you have some repeats of flathead screwdrivers. And I just went ahead and counted them anyway, because if you break a screwdriver, you've got another one. You have a little tire iron right there for fixing your flat. So, pretty handy. Just this little tool on its own has saved my butt biking. And that's just a small little piece of what I got to go. So that's just the one piece. It goes up top. I just keep it where it's easy, because it's sort of one of the tools I use the most on the bike. Okay, so we'll get into what's next. I have extra thick inner tube for the bike. It's a 26-inch mountain bike tube. This is a downhill tube. It's puncture resistant. It's extremely thick. So it's pretty good. It'll do me just fine if I need to replace the tube. I have a pump that I carry on the bike itself. It's not part of this kit. So that's just separate. I just have three plastic tire levers. These are from Park Tool. Park Tool makes great bike tools. They're pretty much my number one stuff. I have this CO2 charging pump, however. It does work. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I find that you sort of need two of these to actually fill up these big tube tires. I think this is more designed for a road bike where you don't have to fill up as much volume. But it does work in a pinch. It's fill it the same way as an air gun fills, but it just fills your tubes with CO2 instead of just regular air. So that's the bike repair kit. It's pretty simple. It's quite compact, and it's got everything I need to get home if I have any kind of problem with my bicycle. I've never been able to not ride home with this kit. It's always gotten me able to fix my bike enough so I can at least get home on it. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to have, and it's nice and compact. So next one is my other EDC, just a repair kit. I've got various tools in here. I'll show you it. This one's a bit different. This is more orientated towards survival. So I do have a military compass with a mirror, just standard map reading, magnifying glass, all that. I've got, put that there. I got a KFS knife, fork, spoon. Never know when you're going to come across a meal. Just an Allen tool key, or Allen key tool for my other everyday carry. This is just paper. It's rolled up in Kinder Surprise with some wax. This is fire starter. So if I need to light a fire. A lot of you Americans won't even know what this container is or what a Kinder Surprise is, but those in Canada do. It's a candy that unfortunately is banned in the States. And you get a little toy inside these little capsules. But the capsules are great because they're watertight. And you can put all sorts of things in them to keep them dry. And they're very small, compact. So I like them. We get into my little screwdriver. This thing's pretty handy. It's just a multi-driver. But they're super small heads. They're almost microscopic heads for this device. It's for all your fine things. You can fix your glasses and all sorts of stuff. And things with real small. I got my big Phillips and big flathead on this one, and this is all for my real fine work. Yeah, so you got star flanges, little teeny Phillips, and flatheads, just a whole bunch of them. And it just pushes in. I like it because it has the button. You push this button, and it just ejects open. It has a ratchet on it, so you just have to turn it like that. So it's ratcheting, and you just change it to turn it the other way. So, pretty handy tool. It's I've used it a few times. It's yeah, I'd say it's already paid itself off too. It was pretty cheap. Now we get into this. Just a broken Gerber. I found this on the curb, and I just grabbed it anyway because even though this piece is busted, it's got no function. All the tools in here still had function. And it was free, so I figured, yeah, I'll throw that in my EDC. Never know when you'll need knives or little blades and little saws and whatnot. That's on there. And then we go to the sewing kit. Just a basic sewing kit inside a pellet case. Got all my threads, needles, buttons. Just stuff that I might need to fix clothing or sew on buttons if I lose a button or re-sew on a button. And there's needles right laying flat down there in the bottom. And I have a little cork for a pin cushion. So, yeah, and just various threads. And I've got a little teeny pair of pop-up scissors that are sitting in there too. But I can always use a knife or whatever. So, I don't know. That's just the EDC. Just a very small, basic starter up of just a small little repair kit. This one, of course, is ideal for when you're going cross-country on a mountain bike or doing tours with a bike. If you're going camping with a bike, this is almost necessary. Otherwise, you'll be pushing your bike home if you have any problems. So, strongly recommend that. This is optional. You can make it to fit your everyday life of how you do it. I like having the compass because if you ever get lost, you just whip that out and you can find out at least where north is or south, or at least whichever direction you need to go. And you can always orientate your map with it. So, yeah, always a handy thing to have. This is more for my truck. I keep that sort of in the vehicle most of the time. And if I go camping, hiking, I just throw it in with my ruck. I'll, of course, add more stuff to it. This is just the basic setup. And then I can add pencil, I could add lighters, I can add flint strike. I've got all that in my other rucksack at the moment, so that's why this one's a little empty. But anyway, it's still there and still grabbable. So just thought I'd share. And yeah, Just basically, what do you carry in your EDC? Oh, sorry, my question is, what do you carry on your EDC? And yeah, let me know.